one door and her son had to go out another door. That ought to tell you what you're doing to your parents. Or your brother and sister that are counting on you, or were counting on you to help protect them and show them the way to grow up, but you're in prison, so you can't. You know, there's a lot of pain involved. Pain that a lot of times doesn't get spoken about. My mother never talked about how bad it hurt her, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out either. My parents died within 13 months of each other. And in that time frame, I also lost a couple of close friends. And I mean, that's really hard to deal with when you're locked up and you lose that many people back to back. But my parents never thought that they would never see me free again. They always thought they'd see me outside. And I mean, that's hard. A lot of times, especially the people you call your friends, you find out when you get locked up who your friends really are. You know, I've been a little bit fortunate in that my family's still hanging around. I lost both my parents, but you know, I've got a 33-year-old daughter, and I've got grandkids. I've got a fantastic wife. But yeah, for a lot of people, and especially friends tend to go away. You have to understand that first of all, there is hope. No matter how old you are, there is hope, and you have to keep that in mind. This can't be your entire life. You have to try to maintain some kind of contact outside, some kind of hopes, dreams, and like I said, find a purpose.
All that for nothing. Just gonna wrap that around.
Give me your map.
Hold on.
I'm taking you at your word, Kevin. All right? Kevin's a very angry young man. You know him. You've been there, you've done this. But actually, I have a pretty good rapport with him, and he knows me. He's been here a few times. Actually had his father here many, many years ago. And he knows that he can take me at my word. And he's angry because he's here. He doesn't want to be here. He wants to go to either home, hospital, or placement. And it's not happening as expeditiously as he wants it to happen. Therefore, he's becoming very angry and disgruntled, and he thinks acting out is going to get him out of here. And that's not going to work.
He better realize what's important, and realize that little boy is going to look up to his father, and he's going to want to do everything his dad did. We even saw it with my daughter. She wanted to do everything Dad did, and that unfortunately included some of the bad stuff too. And he needs to realize that the little boy is going to look up to his dad and want to follow in his footsteps. And you don't get that many chances anymore. And so they need to take it seriously. They need to understand that this is not going to be their life. You know, they can't let this be their life.
You know better, Kevin. I understand that, Kevin. I understand that, and I know that's what's really got you worked up. Kevin, chill out. Behave yourself. I'll give you a phone call, all right?
I don't know about fear, understanding and respect for what they're getting ready to do. It's going to be a difficult transition, and don't come out and try to play the tough role. Just find a place to fit in, and just do that. Don't fear it, but respect it and understand what you're getting ready to do.
We're going here down the E-complex. We have to lock up a couple of kids in segregation for battery on a fender. They jumped in the fender, there's 3 of them. So we're going to take them to SEG.
And the violence factor has escalated so much.
For some reason had it out for this kid?
We have no clue of what the motive was.
And I think a lot of it is our fault. And by our, I'm talking about those of us that are wearing this and in prison because we weren't there for those kids.
Everyday rotation. Now you just you go do it and it's pretty much the same every time. You don't know what to expect, so you're just ready for anything. They have battered staff on occasion, so you just gotta expect anything, be ready.
We weren't out there to help raise them. And this is what they've had to model themselves after.
Cox, Brady. Cox in room 6.
I think a lot of kids think that this is where you get your credibility. They think this is what makes you cool and all that. This is not cool. There's nothing about living in a bathroom in a closet with another man that's cool. You know, and that's what this amounts to. This amounts to the size of a lot of people's
You're in the
closets.
same room.
You know, there's nothing cool about this. You know, one of the saddest things that's happened recently is the cutting of funding for college. I understand they're going to vocational classes for job training and all that, but to me, college is not about job training. College is about critical thinking skills and learning to think on your own, solve problems, and that just got taken away, but you can supplement it yourself. Get, whatever training, whatever schooling they're trying to give you, take it. It's going to help you in the long run. It truly is. It's not about just job skills. It's about learning to think for yourself. It's about learning to make decisions and understand what you're doing and what the consequences are. And once you understand that every decision you make has consequences, your life becomes a little bit different.
Keep the other one out. Need you to spin to the right. No, you're right. Oh. You're right.
I would trade anything to be able to go back and do this again and just make that one decision with knowing what I know now.
Just go back.
Realizing what you could have done with your life, and that now it's a little late. Say I do another 5 years and I'm 57 years old when I get out. How many employers are knocking down the door to hire a 57-year-old person, no matter what your experience is, let alone add up the fact that you've done 35 years in prison?
Not yet.
Give me your deal.
So yeah, don't come into the system. For those who are already here, get your head out of where it's at and figure out what it is you need to do to get your life back on track. Work on whatever you can work on to get yourself out of here and stay away from this. This is not the kind of life you need to be thinking about. It's too late for some of us to go back, and you can't turn back the clock. You can't put the bullet back in the gun. It just doesn't work. I don't know what else I can tell them other than just don't.
When I first walked in here, I saw a bunch of eyes looking at me. You know, everything's blurry when you first come in here, like, this is something new. Everything was big, everything seemed so big. I was like, oh man, and a bunch of guys just coming at the door looking at you, cussing at you and everything. I I really didn't have any emotions. The only emotions I had was I was fearful. My head was kind of spinning, you know. The new kids usually come in, they walk around, they feel everything out, they feel everyone out, who comes talks to them first, you know, who's the bully on the block, you know. This block will make you go crazy, I'm telling you. If these kids in here, they're wild, you know. If you're not made for it, if you're not built for this, you're not gonna make it, you're gonna get eaten up, you know. You're gonna be getting beat up every day. That's how these kids are. These kids are grimy, you know. They come from the streets. If you're not made for it, they're gonna torture you every day, I'm telling you.
Open 501.
Out there so long because I didn't know when I was getting out. So I got to acting a fool. And then I caught a year down here. There ain't really nothing you can do. Gotta make something out of something.
Right there.
I think the reason why some people come back is because they get caught up with the same group, start doing the same things they were doing to get locked up. See, once you're in here, you gotta change your ways, change the way you think, change the way you talk, the way you walk. And then the lessons you learn once you get out, you can apply them and you won't come back. See, people mess up. That's why they come back.
This is it. This is home, man. I got bottom bump. Oh yeah? You can do it if you just jump up there, man.
I was sleeping. I didn't come out for breakfast this morning. I stayed up real late last night talking to my bunkie. The weird thing is, we were talking about the adult block. He was giving me some advice, you know, how to stay away from people, stay to yourself and all that. You know, it seemed kind of weird, you know, because I'm a real godly person. God works in mysterious ways, so I listen to everything. You know, and I was sleeping this morning and Stanley comes in my room, one of my friends, and tells me that Stevenson told us that we were going to the adult block today. Didn't believe him, but I can tell by his face he was so excited, you know, because we've been ready to leave for months now, you know. And I got up, got down, talked to him, you know, found out that it was legit, and we're leaving the day after lunch. Can't wait. Drugs and alcohol and bad people, bad decisions. I was young, dumb, made those mistakes. See, I made that mistake a couple times, but this is the one that really set in and said, this it's time to stop. You know, it's time to change my life. Yeah. Here we go. Thank you. I just hope some of my friends are listening to me, you know. Some of my friends that were out there running the streets with me, doing all those bad things that we did, you know, terrorizing people, terrorizing our families, you know, doing rebellious things. I just hope that they learn from me, you know. I'm a great example. I was a freshman playing varsity football, basketball team, running track, playing baseball. I was a 3 or 4 sport athlete, you know. Had everything going for me, getting letters from colleges, you know. And it could all change in one day by the stupid decisions you make. You know, I just hope that they don't go down the same path as I go. You know, I'm trying to teach the young kids that come up under me, like my girlfriend's cousins, you know, they're all 11, 12, you know. I just hope they're listening so I can give them some words of wisdom. Just, it's not a place to be. It's not a place for me, coming from where I'm from. So I just hope that they walk a straight path. You know? And if they do stumble, I'll be there to catch them, you know, because I've been through it. I'm gonna come out stronger. We adults now. Uh-oh. Illegal.
It's hard to say, but they're kids. I don't think that we here can possibly do so much, but I think it's more of after they leave here is where it is. And if they have people around them that can more maybe push them more and instill in them that this is not the way to continue to come in here, you have to find something outside of here. But because it's only 8 hours that I can give you, it's only 8 hours that the next person give you, it's only 8 hours that we can give you. And they have to have something that can stop this pattern. But it's difficult. It's very, and I think that my biggest thing is that it's a mental challenge. I waste my breath with some of us. If I continue to see you come in here 3 or 4 times, and actually I just intake the kid, he said, I asked him what he was in here for, and he said, I've been here 20 times. So I said, if you've been here 20 times, me telling you anything's not gonna make a difference. And some of them I really don't have faith in. I don't, because you know better. And a lot of them, they come from good families. They're not from a one-parent home, and they have people in their life, but they don't care, and they like this. And when I tell them they're gonna be, all you're gonna do is grow up and go to a different prison. It's not gonna be, they're just gonna ship you across the street. That's all it is. And they like it. They like this life. They really do. So if you like it, I tell them, if you keep coming, I'm gonna be here every day. So you might as well be prepared for it.
I come off as a nice kid, and I'm not just putting on a front. You know, I'm a good kid. Just got caught up with the wrong people, at the wrong time, doing the wrong things, you know. And it happens sometimes, you know. You gotta live with it.
So final question, if we were to come visit you in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, who's the Alexander we'd see the next time we come visit you?
I'm on a dean's list at one of the best colleges in the United States. Hello. Look how far I've gotten. Look where I've come from. I've been away from my family so long, and just those emotions and those feelings that come with it, they can't bring me back. I can't do it again, no matter what it takes. I see it. I can see it in me. Do you see it in me? You think? Do you got hope? Do you?
I always have hope.
Hope and faith. That's all it takes. A little bit of hope and faith.
Open 501.
Somebody were to watch this interview and say, I want to help that kid. What would you hope somebody would want to help do or help make life better for you?
I mean, main reason why I do most of the things I do because by me growing up, I never really had everything I wanted. And now that I know how to get it, which is in a bad way, but I know how to get it, I get it, but I get caught for it. So really, I just want somebody there for me. Not say I just want everything, but I want somebody to be there for me, help me get what I want. When you in these rooms, that's all you got is time to think. So if you say you ain't got time to think, then you lying. Something wrong with you, because that's all you got is to think. You locked down 23 hours a day, and most of the time 24. So I think about like I'm about to be 18 April 28th. And I've been locked up by 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13 I was out lucky. And all the others I was out, but that's all my teenage life. Man, it's like being like a dog locked in a cage. There ain't really nothing you can do. You gotta make something out of something. When I was 13, I was locked all the way up from 13 all the way to 16. I had just got out of boys school 2009, and I caught this case January 2010. I be thinking like, it's not fun being locked up, but like, by me growing up around all these dudes that's my age, and I know so many of them because I've been knowing them for years, is like I'm used to having fun with all of them. Like we're used to fighting, throwing chairs, acting the fool together. So when I'm getting out, I know I can't be doing all this because I'm gonna get a big chance to get locked back up. So I do say it was fun, but I don't want to be here no more, man. I miss my little brother too much. I'm a real nice kid, man, if you really get to sit down and know me, but it's just, people probably think I'm a bad person because of things I do, but they gotta think about what the things I do and why I did it. So really, I'm really a cool kid, man. It's just the things I do to get what I gotta get.
You know the routine by now, I'm sure, right? Go ahead, have a seat. Okay, they arrested you for criminal mischief, theft, and criminal trespass. Those are your charges.
When I first got locked up when I was 13, had family problems, so really wasn't nobody there to lead me on. Really don't know my daddy like that, so really had nobody there to really teach me what to do, what not to do.